seriously feel like I'm back in high school again because I just raced home from work, told 2 people I couldn't hang out because I need to film a YouTube video, and I haven't done that since like high school, which is weird because now I am not in high school, guys. Fun fact, I'm an adult, no big deal, I'm an adult. I have a job, I live my life. But I Instagrammed out asking you guys to ask me questions. It's that time again where basically we're gonna do a little Q&A where you guys Q and I A, and basically it's kind of just like a variety of mostly my job, which a lot of you guys are new to my channel because of, I've been filming a lot about that lately. A little bit of personal, a little bit of everything. So we're just gonna kind of dive right into it. I'm gonna try to answer things I haven't before, let you guys in on some new things, and I'm excited. So let's get into it. First question, Coho X Player asked, do you get recognized out on the street when you are not working? Also, is it hard to have a social life because of the early hours you work? So, for those of you who don't know, I'm a TV news reporter for the ABC and Fox affiliates in Dayton, and yes, I actually do get recognized sometimes, which I always love. It doesn't matter if I'm wearing sweatpants and I look like I'm dying, which actually I've only ever gotten recognized like that a couple of times. Like, it's so awesome to see, people actually watch, what? Because in my mind, like, I'm not kidding, in my mind, no one watches. Like, that's just, like, it's just me and my photographer, Kyle, and that's it. That helps me feel better about when I mess up. Anyway, and then yes, I do work early hours. I work from 3 a.m. to 11:30 in the morning. I'm sorry, is this leg distracting? Let me not. So yes, I'm getting up at 2 o'clock. Depending on how you look at it, that's either super early or I'm waking up in the middle of the night. Do I have, or is it hard to have a social life? Yeah. It is absolutely hard. The thing is though, I still do one. Like, I still do have one. Like, I still go out. I'll go out on Friday nights. I'll hit the bars. I'll do whatever. Like, honestly, it's difficult. Like, I'm kind of trying to keep my eyes open on Fridays. Even on Saturdays, I'm still exhausted. Like, it's not natural to be getting up in the middle of the night, Monday through Friday, and then all of a sudden just switch like nothing ever happened. Like, on Friday and Saturday, like, I switch, like, in order to hang out with friends. Like, I go to bed at 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning. I love my schedule. Like, guys, right now it is 11:56 in the morning and I'm home from work. Like, how freaking awesome is that? It's something that I realized I'm probably not gonna be able to do forever. I look tired. Like, I do. I am tired. I don't sleep as much as probably normal humans do. How could I? I'm tired, and like, I'm young, so I can make it work, even though I look tired. When I'm older, gosh, I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is that I do have a social life, but it is difficult. Regina Height asked, what's some advice for someone who's about to graduate college and still has no idea what they want to do? AKA me, LOL. I got into grad school, which is great and all, but it still doesn't feel right. It's crying face. Do not be crying. Do not be sad, okay? Let me tell you, Regina, I didn't know what I wanted to do for the longest time. Like, yes, I had an idea, like, wow, could this broadcast journalism news thing be for me? Like, oh my gosh, but I didn't make the decision until my senior year of college, midway through. You need to, first of all, focus on yourself and be good to yourself. Like, don't be beating yourself up, like, what am I gonna be? What am I gonna be? It's weird. Like, we have this, like, way of society where, like, you go to 4 years of high school, then 4 years of college, and you magically know what you'll be doing for the rest of your life. Cool. No, like, not everyone's gonna know what they want to do for the rest of their lives, and that's okay. So you got into grad school, that's awesome. Maybe, you know, while you're in grad school, you'll find out what you want to do or kind of explore. And like, even if you find out what you're doing isn't it, excellent. You can cross it off the list and then go find something else. Who's to say I'll even be doing this 20 years from now? Maybe I'll change my career. Who knows? Like, I don't know. So yeah, so definitely anyone who's a senior right now freaking out, or if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, you're not expected to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. I'm like literally living like my dream job, so to speak. Like, I love it, yet I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life because I don't know. Julia Farley asked, how old were you when you realized you wanted to become a news reporter? Plus, can you say hi, Julia Farley, in your video? Love you. Hi, Julia Farley. I love you more. I developed like an extreme love of just the camera and like cameras and being interested in video from a very young age, like maybe like 11 or 12, 10, 9, 8, like literally really young. I mean, honestly, younger than that. But then news, when I kind of put the pieces together with news was, I mean, really when I became, like, I had a passion for it was my senior year of college during the 2016 elections, presidential elections. That's just when I was like, wow, I would love to be doing that. And it's weird because it's like, I was so into news, more than I am right now. So I'm a morning reporter. A lot of things I do were like fun stuff, like, oh my gosh, a candy shop is opening, or like, let's ride on this roller coaster. That was a doozy. And I feel like people probably don't realize that I actually do have a passion for the news. I don't have a passion for, oh my gosh, there was a garage fire 3 houses down. It's not that. I mean, that's fine. I will absolutely report on that, but that's not my passion. I actually have a passion for politics. I'm not sure if I would want to do that like with my career, and people would probably be shocked to even hear this. I feel like people don't realize that I actually enjoy this type of stuff. I honestly feel like I kind of paint myself in a certain way, like, oh my gosh, fun, happy, goofy. And it's so frustrating. Like, I hope people know, like, I actually do have a serious side. I do have a brain. So it's interesting. I don't know if I will one day take the serious route or the more fun route. You know, right now I'm in like this mixture bubble of mourning where you're kind of both. Or do I want both? Christina Vitali asked, do you come up with all of your story ideas and creativity? If so, how? The answer to that is yes. And first of all, so we'll get suggestions. For example, today was midterm election. So I knew I was going to be covering this. Like, this wasn't my thinking or anything like that. Or my producer, Donna, will email me something like, oh, hey, this is happening. Like, this would be a great story, okay? But I'm expected to come up with all my own stuff. Like, I'll get help from others, like, oh, this is happening every once in a while. But it all is on my shoulders. Like, most of the time, it's no one helping me. It's me having to come up with it, which can be stressful. Like, it is stressful. Like, just thinking, like, every single week is a blank slate. I need to fill it with 5 stories, one each day, multiple times I'm doing multiple stories in a day. And even the creativity, just for like my live shots of like, how are we gonna tell the story the most creative way? Like, it can be a lot. Like, it's a lot. And how do I come up with it? I've always been a creative person though. I love that kind of stuff. So it's fun for me, and I kind of just treat everything like a fun little challenge. Like, anything that's a challenge, I love. Like, I'm a very challenge-driven person. Katie Tansky asked, have you always wanted to have the career you have, or did you have other plans before having this job? No. For me, I categorized like video stuff, and like this is like this whole like hobby thing. I was doing YouTube for years, and I never thought I would ever do anything like this for my career. It just was a hobby. I wanted to be a prosecutor, a lawyer so badly, which in another life, I would love that. For a while, I also wanted to be a doctor. That was a brief one, and that was really just because of my own experiences getting saved a lot of times by doctors when I was having my allergic reactions. And then teacher was always one of my biggest ones, and I still to this day, like, just teaching is what I love. And when you think about it, like, my YouTube channel is the biggest proof of that. Like, I love just teaching people, giving advice, like help. I don't know. Not just, I don't want to sound cliche. I don't like sounding cliche. That's why I never really bring it up. But yeah, so definitely did not plan on being a news reporter. Hey, Jessica asked, have you ever had confidence issues with speaking in front of people or public speaking? What's your advice for people who struggle with it? Absolutely. When I was younger, I would be terrified of public speaking. At the same time though, the catch is I loved it. I always loved that like adrenaline of when like you're about to get up in front of people. Now I don't want to say I wouldn't really get nervous about public speaking. I guess it'd be, you know, depend on the topic. If I was speaking on something I A, didn't know much about, or B, you know, was revealing a lot, kind of, yeah, I'd be nervous. But in general, I don't really get nervous with public speaking anymore. Honestly, what you're scared of when you're public speaking, let's say you're going up in front of the class, you're scared about that you're gonna make a fool of yourself. You're scared you're gonna stutter. You're not gonna know what to say. You're gonna forget it all. So the biggest thing is A, you gotta be prepared. If you're not prepared, you're gonna be frightened, okay? But B, even when you're prepared, you're gonna be scared. You just need to get through the first minute, because the first minute is the hardest part. The first minute, at least for me, is when you're getting up there and you can barely even see the audience, you're so scared. And then it just kind of all falls into place and you start talking and you're like, wow, like this was nothing to be afraid of. Especially for me, it made no sense. I speak in front of a video camera all the time. Why was I so scared of public speaking? It's just that mind. You kind of just have to train your mind for everything in life. And like, it is a very easily trainable thing. Raz Canis asked, what is your advice on someone debating between being in front of or behind the camera? I'm a senior broadcast journalism major and I love producing and reporting. Any tips? I thought my internship would help me, but I love both. And I was just like you. I thought for sure, like, I was like, there's no way I can be in front of the camera. A huge factor for that was just the superficiality of it. I just thought, you know, having to wake up every morning and put so much focus on my appearance, like, oh, I have to curl my hair and do my makeup, pick out an outfit. Like, I never want to turn into the type of person who just cares about their appearance so much. And like, I do care about my appearance, but I don't want it to dominate my life. Like, that literally was what was drawing me away from being on camera. I mean, the other part was like, wow, can I even do that? I don't even think I can come up with words. This isn't gonna be good. So I was sure I was gonna be producing. The difference though is that my heart wasn't in producing. I was like, I know my heart is in reporting. And I was told, this isn't a rule or anything, but I was told, it is easier to start on camera and then go behind the scenes than the other way around. I kind of could see how that's true. Neither one is impossible, but I'm just saying if you kind of are leaning, if they're 50-50, I would go the on-camera route. I think it is a lot easier to go behind the scenes. A lot more jobs out there that are looking for people, and it'd be beneficial to get your on-camera chops early, or as early as possible. Brittany Wire said, hey, love your stuff. Thank you so much. I'm a reporter as well at a small station. Right now I'm in market 104. Soon I'll be looking for my second job. Did you have any doubts about being a reporter for a larger market? You got an amazing job right out of college. How did you handle the transition and being confident enough to work at a larger station? First of all, hello to a fellow reporter. Market 104, that's still amazing. For those of you who don't know, the television industry is market. So it starts with market 1, New York, which is huge. You have to be amazing to be in that market. And then they have like market 200s where typically beginners will go. And I started out in market 64, I think honestly just because of luck. Honestly. And yeah, I was freaking scared to go to market 64 because I kind of felt like I didn't deserve to be here almost. People had been, reporters had built their chops in smaller markets, and then so I really didn't think I would deserve to be here. But confidence, the thing about confidence is you create it yourself. Like you're not gonna have an epiphany like, oh my god, I just did the perfect live shot, I am confident. Like you build the confidence before you do the perfect live shot. You build the confidence before you go out there and kill it on something, on a story or whatever. Like, so it's just a matter of remembering like you're in control of your own confidence. Grace F. Gallagher said, how much longer do you see yourself getting up at 2 a.m. for work? That's pretty much what I answered a little bit ago, but yeah, I don't know, guys. The thing about news, probably the worst part of the job is the hours. So the night side shift would be from about 2:30 p.m. to about midnight. And to me, like, those hours suck, even more than my hours. I don't know. It's what I'm finding to be the biggest drawback of the news industry. The beautiful hours. I'm kind of just gonna go wherever the road takes me. I did not have any plans of becoming a morning reporter. When my boss told me on the interview that I'd be waking up to go into work at 3, like I wake up at 2, but I have to be there at 3, I was just like, this is not even real life, is it? What? So, I just try not to have too many plans because anything can get things changed. Emily Hope Cheshire said, do you see yourself being a reporter your whole life, or are you interested in other positions in the future? Love you. First of all, love you too, but that is a difficult question. It's hard to know where I want to be 10 years from now when I realized 10 years ago I had completely different interests. It would be very ignorant for me to say, this is what I'm going to be doing the rest of my life. I see myself, just based on how much I love it, like doing a form of this my whole life. I just really don't know whether or not I want to break into harder news, political stuff, or like entertainment, fun. I don't know. I really don't. But that's okay. I'm like not stressed about it because I don't know. It's just, I guess stressing doesn't help, and I think it'll all work out, or at least I hope so. And if it doesn't, I don't know. That sucks. Kamer93 said, advice for feeling like you've picked the wrong career after already graduating college and been in your field a while, or at least words of encouragement. Love you. Honestly, okay, you probably feel like you're the only human being who has ever felt this way and like, oh my gosh, how could you have picked the wrong career? That's not true at all. No one ever said it's going to take the first time. You could have done everything right. You could have gotten A's and this and that, and then you just realize, you know what, I don't like this career, and that is okay. Trust me, like, you don't need to have life figured out in your 20s. You don't even need to have it figured out in your 30s. There's a reason the lifespan is getting older. It's because we have more time to mess things up and things are great. So no, yeah, do not worry at all. Honestly, just take this time to, have the paycheck come in. Maybe you're not in love with your career, but the paycheck will keep coming in, and then figure out, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't, Okay, it just got annoyingly dark outside, so I turned on this little light from my mirror, so we're just gonna have to deal with that for the end of this, being honest. 12345 Gabby asked, how did you know you were making the right decision wanting to be a TV reporter? And the truth is, you don't know you're making the right decision. Like, seriously, I was freaking out. It's crazy. You'll never know until you do it, though. So my biggest advice for everyone who's not sure what the heck they want to do is to just go for it, because there's really nothing that can go wrong. I always say, I always think to myself, as long as no one in my life is dying, I have it pretty good. That's the worst thing that could possibly happen, losing a loved one. Okay, I'm just scrolling, and a lot of questions are asking if I have a boyfriend. Yes, I do. You guys have seen him on my Instagram. Skylar Simajowski said, what is something that only your OG subscribers would know? That is a good question. Honestly, how awkward I was. I was like this like little awkward girl with braces who just did not know makeup, fashion, anything. Not that I do now, honestly, but I'm a lot less awkward. And yeah, I love anyone who knew me from my past though, because it means you truly do like me for who I am. And I think I used to be a lot weirder, honestly. And I'm not even saying that to be like funny, like, ha, I used to be weird, but like, I used to be like a lot crazier, and like growing up truly did like mature me and like tone me down a bit. In my heart of hearts, like I still am very weird, right? Like anyone who gets to know me, they realize like, oh wow, she's weird. But it used to be like, I couldn't even hide my weirdness. Kyland 2008 said, when you were younger, did you want to be famous? That is a good question, because the answer to that is yes. When I was younger, I thought fame and being rich, like that was the pinnacle of success. And to a lot of people, like that's it. Like fame and money. What more could a human want? Oops. But now that I've gotten older, like money, honestly, okay, that you can give it to me. I'll be happy with. To a degree. I always say I never want to win the lottery. I think it would just mess things up in my life. I'm content. I'm not struggling to pay my bills, but I certainly can't afford like these high-end designer things. Like I'm by no means like financially like, woo, okay? But I'm still happy. Like it's fun then when I can afford that dress, and like when I save up to buy that pair of shoes or whatever. There's something about being very financially fluid that was almost scary to me. And then fame, I find this so interesting. I mean, like there's a reason famous people are like, not to be mean or anything, but messed up. Like you see a lot of them on drugs and alcoholics and this and that, and there's a reason for that. Like it's like being that famous, I just don't think would be appealing. I would hate that. I don't ever want to be famous. XO Tori Marie asked, first of all, love you and your personality. Love you too. My question is, what is your end goal in your career or life? Like would you want to be on the Today Show or some other national news channel? Kids, marriage, and wow, that's a lot. So I, as you guys probably know, have no end goal. I mean, it's not that I have no end goal, but I just don't know what that would be. I literally don't even know where I want to live. Like, so I literally don't know. But I guess if there's one theme to this whole video, it's that it's okay to not know. Like, I'm not even stressing about it because, I don't know, I just have this weird feeling that everything just falls into place. Like, if you're working hard, you're not going to sit at home on your couch and be like, oh, it's all going to fall into place. Like, no, that's dumb. So I don't know. I'm kind of just figuring it out and trying out new things and seeing what works, and so far, a lot of things have been working, but some things aren't going to, and it's going to be okay. I'm going to get through it just like you. Kids, marriage, yeah, I eventually want to get married and have kids. Not right now at all. But yeah, eventually for freaking sure. Alice GX asked, how did you quit chocolate? Referring to a video in 2015. It's true. I went from 2012 to 2018 without having a single bite of chocolate. And the background is chocolate was my favorite food of the entire world. So you might be thinking, what? It started out as a really weird bet when I was in my senior year of high school, where I ate chocolate every single day of my life. Like there was not one day that went by that I did not eat chocolate, which sounds crazy, I know, but I loved it a lot. I remember I had a huge test to study for, so I skipped lunch that day, and then I had so many assignments that night, and basically I accidentally didn't eat chocolate for the entire day, which was crazy to me. I hadn't done that in my entire life, literally my entire life. And then I went into school the next day and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like I feel so powerful. And then I told my friends, I bet I can go this entire week without chocolate. And they all said, no, you can't. And literally that resulted in me going 6 years without eating chocolate. It sounds crazy, I know, but like I have this weird personality where I'm like just very like determined, and I don't know. It's a really weird trait. I also have a theory that I have an addictive personality, by the way, because I'm the type of person, if I like a song, it's just gonna be on repeat for weeks. Like I have no problem with it. No other song's gonna be on, I'm just gonna keep listening to it, we're all gonna be good. That's why I've never tried drugs, people. But yeah, and honestly, like I thought it was so, like, it just built into this thing. Like once 6 months passed by, and then it was a year, and then 3 years, and then 4, and then 5, and I never just like wanted to like ruin it. But then I was like, that's so unhealthy. Like that's just mentally like weird. And so basically a couple of months ago, I actually tried chocolate for the first time. I will put it right here, insert it, because I think it was monumental. Okay, about to eat the chocolate. Are you ready? You have to eat at the same time.
You gonna eat the whole piece?
No. Half.
All right. It's a 23.
Oh my my gosh, this is crazy.
And
It tastes so good. Bye. Oh my gosh. I actually haven't had chocolate since. I kind of just haven't got a chance. I don't know. Yeah, that is a very weird fact about me. So I am going to go. I feel like I kind of been talking here for a while. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this. All of my, what the heck was that? All of my social media will be linked down below. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.